call to action button or CTA button. Now these are really important, and these are really step 3 in the above the fold section of your website. So what we're talking about here is that little button, but specifically the text or the copy within that button. It's really important. It can make a really big difference in how many people click on it and actually take action on your website, which is really what copywriting is all about, getting people to click on that button, fill out a form, or contact you, right? So button copy or CTA button copy is really important. So let's go over the rules of writing effective CTA button copy. It's important that the button informs people what will happen or what they get when they click on it. You know, it's a good rule of thumb to follow when writing your call to action button. I want to give you a few do's and don'ts for writing the button. First of all, do prominently place the button on your website, meaning have it in the above the fold section. Don't bury it further down. You know, it's really important you have it up there. I also like to have the CTA button at the very bottom towards the footer of the page, because what happens on a lot of web pages, people scroll, remember scanning and scrolling, they scroll all the way till they can't scroll anymore, and often that's at the bottom of the page. So by having it down there as well, you're getting a second opportunity to get them to click and take action. So do prominently place it. You also want to use bright and contrasting colors. So bright colors, think of all the different highlighter colors. I mean, I've got my desk here with some pens. I like blue, and that's why I only have blue pens. But what you want to do is think about all the different highlighted colors, whether it's a hot pink or orange or red or turquoise blue, whatever it is, have a bright color because you want that CTA button to stand out. So that's really important. It should also contrast. You don't want to have, you know, a red background color and then an orange button because it'd probably be hard to see. It's much better to have a contrasting color to the background color. So don't use the word submit unless you're a dominatrix. Submit is really, you know, a boring word that doesn't really invoke action, and no one truly wants to submit, again, unless you're in that scenario with a dominatrix. So we want to use action-orientated words, and we'll give you a whole bunch of them in just a moment, but remember, never submit. So here's some good and bad CTA button examples. We've got sign up free, get started now, get in touch, join free, shop now, add to cart, book a class. Notice how those are all, you know, action-orientated language. They're getting people to take action. Some bad examples here are like submit, click here, or download. You know, it could be so much more, you know, creative with our words than using those boring examples. Now I want to give you a few real-world life examples of CTA buttons in action, just so you can see how they're worded. The first, again, is going back to my website, and we've got get in touch, and that's because I want people to fill out a contact form. So get in touch is, you know, a really relatable thing to say, and it's, you know, asking them to do something. So that's very effective. Here's an example from Netflix. Netflix obviously are testing everything on their website to get maximum exposure and conversions, and they've got join free for a month. And that's obviously a very effective CTA button, telling people what to do and what they get when they click that button. Here's one from Treehouse, another website. And this one I don't love because the color isn't contrasting with the background. I mean, it is on white, but this button says claim your free trial. Excellent use of copy in that button, but I would rather have a different contrasting color that's going to make that button really pop and stand out. So there's just some examples of, you know, CTA buttons from the real world, and a whole list of examples of CTA buttons that you could write as well. So make sure you come up with your own, and if you feel like it, post it in the class project, and I'll be sure to check it out.